I'm sure all of you are here because you want viable job options in the market once you graduate, am I right? Well, I know that with an increasingly competitive job market, I too am worried about what my future holds. Now, believe it or not, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, the economic bill being rushed through Congress, could actually create more jobs. This bill is built off the foundation of Reaganomics, or trickle-down economics, which ultimately increases investment and encourages large corporations to stay in the United States. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act focuses on 5 main purposes. According to a recent New York Times article by Alicia Parlapiano, Republicans want to lower tax rates for households, increase standard deduction, eliminate state and local tax deduction, as Harry told you about on Tuesday, create a new, lesser tax for smaller local businesses, and lower the corporate tax rate. According to Heather Long of the Washington Post, all of these goals result in lower taxes for the entire nation and supports businesses, both small and large. Now, yes, mathematically, this does result in greater tax breaks for the wealthy. Since the top 1% has the greatest net capital, they're going to have the greatest quantitative tax break. But Valentina Zara of Fortune reported that the average American family would save $1,182 a year in tax cuts. But I'm not going to try and convince you that the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is a perfect bill, because it's not. It too has many flaws. I'm going to convince you why trickle-down economics is the best option for the current and future economy of our country. When running for president in 1980, Ronald Reagan coined the term trickle-down economics to describe his innovative new economic plan. According to a 2012 journal written by John Grady of Government Executive and 2017 Balance article by Kimberly Amato, Reagan had 4 economic goals when elected. Reduce the growth of government spending, reduce government regulation, reduce the money supply to control inflation, and most importantly, reduce taxes. Yes, 1980 was quite a while ago, but these actions still apply in today's economic climate. The first economic advantage to trickle-down economics is it allows the public to increasingly invest. According to the 1981 journal, an early test of Reagan's economics by Elliot Marshall, tax-paying citizens were more likely to invest their capital after Reagan's tax cuts. For middle-class citizens, this meant more investing in large corporations, providing more funds for research, new innovative products, or jobs. However, the wealthy were more likely to invest in startups. This encouraged inventive and innovative behavior throughout the middle and lower classes. Both these scenarios increased the number of jobs throughout the states. And over his presidency, according to a 2010 Pew Research study, Reagan's recession, the unemployment dropped 3%. Reagan reintroduced a sense of opportunity for the American public, without handing it to them on a silver platter. Reagan was also firm on lowering the corporate tax rate and reducing government oversight. These two seemingly distinct actions came with one clear result. According to John Galbraith's 1982 article in the Harvard Business Review, large corporations became more willing to remain in the United States, maintaining a steady source of job opportunities. And while these corporations are paying less tax, the government is still collecting more tax than if they moved overseas altogether. And with these tax cuts for corporations, it leaves more capital for the company to either invest in other products, encourage innovation, or create more jobs. Clearly, Reagan's trickle-down economic plan is highly beneficial for the United States. It encourages the public to invest in both existing and new companies, and encourages large corporations to continue creating jobs and to remain in the United States. Although you may not support the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, I hope you'll reconsider your stance on economics and support the conservative platform in the future. Thank you.